mean, it doesn't feel humid at all back in here. With the tree cover. Yep, can you hear the river too? So this could just be a 2-hour drive to dinner and a little walk and swim in the river and then a 2-hour drive back. We'll see. I know. Remember, Hunter, right up here somewhere, there was a spot that was, I think it was just 1/10 of a mile away, that was a waterfall. And on our way back, remember all of us, I don't know if you remember it, but I saw the sign, looked at Mr. Myers, and I said, I'm too far to care. I'm too tired to care. Did not want to walk that extra few steps because I was done. There's a river coo, look. This is what Mommy really likes back here. She loves the sound of the river. And so what we'll have to keep in mind is maybe coming back here when it's a little colder and there aren't as many people. I don't know. Isn't that cool? All of this up in here, this is called rhododendron. Look at those rocks up in there. Isn't that cool? Cool. Definitely hear the water here. Yeah, Cooper, this place, be careful and watch your balance right here. There you go. Hello. Thank you too. Here's it. Falls, 0.1 miles. Said it was really Really?
Yeah.
So why don't we find a space first? What I'd love to do is find a campsite and then don our gear and come back. Whoa, yeah. Isn't it? It's kind of deep. Yeah. Look at that back through there. See the little rapids? The rocks? Yeah. It's cool. Wouldn't it? Oh, I think I'm taking a video. Yeah, sorry. That's a great site right by the water.
Was there much down there?
There was another site. There actually was right here where that log is.
Yeah.
There's a little campsite there, and then right back through that thicket of trees, there's one right there on the water. But I didn't see any great hammock spot. Ha yeah. Golly. Well, here we are in the morning. We are packed up. Hunter's about to finish his, or eat his West Memphis cheese grits, souffle. And Cooper and I are right here. And this is what we got to see and hear last night while we were sleeping. But I think many of us were awake. Yep. We went out to that island rock, didn't we? You and, let's see, you got one of your shoes completely soaked on the way in and Hunter on the way back, right? And Daddy, old man, didn't get any wetness. He maintained his balance, which is hard to do on those slippery rocks. A lot of dead hemlock. And Cooper saw 2 snakes here flipping over these rocks. The first one scared him half to death. And he smashed a rock on his head, but we couldn't find him, so I don't think it killed him. Right over there, right? And then Koopy had a tummy ache around, what was it, 1 in the morning? Yeah. And so he and I got up and I gave him some water and he stood up for a little while, felt a little bit better, went back to sleep, but then seemed like every 20 minutes I'd have this bright light flashing out of his hammock. He spent the night in the hammock for the first time, and he would shine that light over at me, I guess, to see where I was, right? And we pretty much did that till dawn, and I don't think any of us slept the night through at all. I was definitely up, a few times, but this morning's plan is kind of short and sweet. We're gonna leave our campsite here after we finish breakfast, hike down to a waterfall that's pretty close off the trail, and then go back to the car and go back home to see Mommy and Tyler and Ryder and go to church. Plan to at least at 1 o'clock, so it'll be a full day, but fun day. And it's kind of neat starting off here listening to this wonderful stream. I just love the sound of that. Yep, you did try to make a bridge, that's true. We had a little campfire here last night. It was going really good too, all this dry wood. And that right there is what they call a widowmaker. You do not want to have your hammock underneath something like this. So we were over here with the live trees, although we were still surrounded by some dead ones. I would not want to camp here again just because you've got all of these things surrounding you and you don't know when they're going to fall. There's definitely evidence of tree falling here. Those are going to fall at some point, but it wasn't windy. It was a very still night, so we had a calculated risk, but it was okay because we basically hooked up to these trees, kind of small, so if there were any limbs falling, they aren't going to be big ones. And these. And this is where Cooper had his hammock, right here. So we had a nice view of the river and the sound of the river all night. It was very nice. Hunter's getting some food in him now. West Memphis cheese grits souffle, I think. How is it? Is it good? Awesome. You boil the water. You boil the water, and then it sits for 10 minutes, 6 ounces, and then you eat it right out of the bag. So now we're going to something Agera Falls. We're making this special little video. Oh wow, I hear something. We're making this little video for Laura because she loves waterfalls. A what? Whoa! That's a widowmaker. Holy cow. Wow, look at this little waterfall. How cool is that, huh? Like it's just designed that way, just to fall off on the, like a blocks. Oh yeah. Yeah. The end of the line, boys.